Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hello, 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 hello. Happy motherfucking Monday. Here's some Monday motivation. I got some Monday motivation. I got some Monday motivation. Happy Monday. As we are entering a whole new week filled with celebration, filled with challenges, filled with excitement, I just want to let you know patience is truly a game changer. It is a life-changing active skill to have within yourself, a good toolbox, a good tool that you can put in your toolbox that can help you maneuver in this life that's gonna be challenging. It's gonna be filled with hurdles and leaps that you have to maneuver in this life for yourself. And having patience and developing patience is such a beautiful tool because most people rush everything. They rush in a bedroom, they rush in marriages, they rush in a relationship, they just rush into parenthood, not knowing what they're really getting themselves into because they don't even know themselves or even know who they are getting jiggy with. They don't even know this person like that. So when you don't even know a person, you are infatuated with them, you have an idea for them, you are eager to just genuinely be with them. But you have to slow down, Savannah. Get to know them. What is their name? You don't even know their last name, and you want to hop in bedroom with a motherfucker. Make it make sense. It don't make sense. You gotta stop being in a rush to fall. You are falling with your emotions. So you fall in love. You're not supposed to fall in love. Get up, stand up. But you fell for the okie doke because you put somebody else on a pedestal. You have had this idea, this idolization of a person that you have put on a pedestal and you fell. So when you fall in love, you're gonna be easily manipulated for the okie doke, for the bare minimum. So you rush in bed with a person that you don't even know, and you could end up sleeping with a demon. You could end up sleeping with a dog, and you can possibly get fleas. You can possibly get an STD, or you can get a baby. You can hit the jackpot and get a baby. You don't even know who you're having a baby with. So no wonder why all of these relationships don't be lasting. Y'all be co-parenting with one another and have normalized co-parenting with people because you rushed in a bedroom with somebody you don't even know. What is their last name? Slow down. You gotta stop being so eager to hop in bed with people. You should hop in bed, you should hop in meditation. You should hop in stillness, hop into reading a book instead of just hopping, getting your feelings stirred, getting mesmerized in a bedroom. When you move off of your flesh, all you are chasing is pleasure. You're chasing after pleasure because you're scared of the pain. You don't want to run towards the pain and embrace the pain, so you avoid the pain and go towards the pleasure because you think that this life is all about the pleasure. So when you are just rushing after pleasure, you're going to rush into the bedroom with strangers, with people you don't even know. You don't even know them. So we have normalized hookup culture. We have normalized casual culture. We have normalized the walk culture. We have normalized dating apps and one night stand because we are distracting ourselves from developing the true skill of patience. Because when you have patience with yourself, you can slow down. You let people reveal themselves to you. People are great actors now. They be acting. Hey, I'm one of them. So I know that we be acting. It's a skill. It's an art form. But when you are operating from a place of scarcity, a place of hunger, a place of desperation, you get excited off of the bare minimum. You are so busy focusing on chasing after this perfect person, so you will settle for the first person that presents themselves as perfect to you. They are presenting themselves as perfect, so you would hop and rush into this situationship, this relationship, because you don't want to be alone. You don't want to look like the odd person out because everybody has settled, so it's your turn to settle. So you got to settle for the first person that presents themselves as perfection to you, which that's your only desire and aspiration. But no one is perfect. No one is coming perfect. So when you accept yourself for who you are, you can accept other people for who they are. But you don't got to deal with them now. Don't get me wrong. You don't got to deal with them just because they not perfect. You can give people the space to grow, the space to learn, the space to nurture their own inner child, instead of being codependent and rushing with an entanglement of people, things outside of yourself. Capitalism thrives when you hate yourself. Capitalism thrives off of you being insecure, when you are desperate, when you are seeking validation outside of yourself, when you are looking for answers outside of yourself. Capitalism thrives off of that, because now you are going to rush in situationships. You're going to rush to buy things. You are going to constantly be in an overstate of consumption, of neediness, of proving, because you don't want to get to the nit and gritty of learning the skill of patience, of loving yourself. You are a work in progress, okay? You are truly a work in progress, soon to be a masterpiece. But it takes time to be a masterpiece. It takes time to develop this skill. It takes time to garden yourself, to grow the garden, to grow the flowers. You have to constantly water your mind. You have to constantly develop your mind. You have to constantly evolve your mind. And when you do this, you understand it takes time. Time is a virtue. But if you want this microwavable relationship, this microwavable success, this microwavable results, you're going to end up in hardship. Okay? If you don't focus on the 3 P's, which is keeping it player, keeping it pimping, and keeping the peace, you're going to then run into the 3 H's. Hardship, headache, and heartbreak, because you don't have the overall P is the patience. Because when you have the patience, you understand the most powerful P is the paper. The paper is not going to just fall on your head top. It's not going to just fall on you, which I wish it did, but it's not. The paper takes time, especially when you're operating from a place of purpose. Most people are operating from a place of pain, so they think that this life is just about pleasure. They gotta chase after pleasure. They gotta find the pleasure because they are scared of facing their own pain. But when you know your pain points, you give patience to yourself. You are kind to yourself. You are loving to yourself because you understand you have to develop the skill of patience. When you have patience, you can keep it player, you can keep the peace, and you can keep it pimping. Because your main focus is your paper. We live in capitalism, baby. So we're not about to get distracted by the hardship, by the headaches, and by the heartbreaks, because we're not operating in the space of neediness, of codependency, of seeking validation outside of ourselves, seeking the answers outside of ourselves. We know that everything is internal, everything is within. And when I developed the grit, the strong willpower to be patient, to not just rush in situationships, rush in relationships, rush in marriage, rush in parenthood with strangers that I don't even know, so I don't end up getting myself in situations that's gonna be hard for me to get out of. We be making life-altering decisions with temporary people. And every choice that you make will have a consequence for it, good or bad, negative or positive. But when you don't think things through, you don't think with your logical mind, you're too busy thinking with your emotions, you are going to fall for the okie doke. This is why y'all be falling in love. You fall in love way too easily, way too freely. Y'all be falling on accident because you have put somebody on a pedestal. You have propped them up because you have an idea for them, a fantasy. You are idolizing them like they're your idol. But God has to be your idol. God has to be your focus. God has to be the one that you love, the one that you are developing a pure connection with. But you wondering why you getting a heartbreak, you getting a headache, you getting hardship, is because you have failed for the okie doke, because you have hopped in bed with somebody you don't even know. What is their last name? You don't even know. You have to see all four seasons of people. When you're around people for so long, they can't just keep up a front. A lot of people can't last staying solid, but it takes time for them to reveal their fakeness, to reveal their phoniness, to reveal their pettiness. It's gonna take time, over time. But if you ignore the red flags because you were so eager of just finding your perfect person, and you settle for the first person that presents themselves to you because they just look good. They just look good, but they're not mentally good. They're not mentally good for you. They're not mentally loving towards you, but you don't even know what love is. So how would you know this is not a situation you should get yourself into if you don't even know what love is? Because you don't have the patience to love yourself. You don't have the patience to know who you are, to know your triggers. You're so afraid of pain, you are chasing after pleasure. Chasing after pleasure will keep you in this rat race, will keep you in capitalism. Capitalism loves when you're insecure, honey. They thrive off of your insecurity. They thrive when you hate yourself. They thrive when you are in a state of overconsumption. When you are in a state of overconsumption, buying things you don't need to impress people that you don't even like. They love that shit. They love it because they want your money. They want your money. Give me my money. Give me my money. They want your money. And the way they get your money is when you keep buying things you don't need for validation. You have to be secure within yourself, and developing patience will give you the security. But you got to focus on your 3 P's. Keeping it peep. You got to focus on your 3 P's. Keeping it pimping, keeping it player, and keeping the peace. Because when you focus on the 3 P's, you will never run into the 3 H's. The heartbreak, the headaches, and the hardship. Because your ultimate focus in capitalism is the P for paper. The P for paper. So you're not running from the P for pain, chasing after the P for pleasure, because you know if you just chase after the P for pleasure and run away from the P for pain, you're gonna be trapped in this matrix, in this rat race where capitalism loves you being a hamster on a wheel, constantly chasing, constantly needing, constantly begging, constantly being desperate, constantly in a rush. You are in survival mode. You're not thriving in this area. You're not thriving, you're surviving. And capitalism loves when you're constantly surviving because you're in a rush. You're operating from anxiety. You're worried. You are anxious. You are anxious about your future. You are anxious because you're not in the present. When you're in the present, you automatically think long term. And you make better decisions when you love yourself. You make wise decisions when you love yourself. So you're constantly thinking about the present and you're thinking logically. You're not thinking emotionally. You are strategic about every step because every step has a consequence, good or bad. You're thinking about the future and long term. So you have to be very strategic out here, and you have to develop patience. You cannot just get excited so quickly. Motherfuckers be impressed by the bare minimum. They be impressed by money. They're impressed by materialism. They're impressed by the bare minimum. The bar is in hell because everyone is in a rush. So they hop in bedroom with somebody instead of hopping and reading a book, hopping in meditation, hopping to learn themselves. So they just want to hop into a relationship. They want to hop into marriage. They want to hop into parenthood, and they don't even know who they are co-parenting with. Y'all have normalized co-parenting relationships, baby mama and baby daddy culture, because y'all so busy hopping in bed with strangers you don't even know. Because you don't even have patience to develop to know this person. You don't even know this fool. You don't even know them. But you hopped and fell in love instead of standing in love, instead of being loved, instead of operating from a place of love. How silly is that? We live in a backward society. Y'all be so eager to congratulate. Y'all be so eager to congratulate backwards activity. I don't understand. I don't get it. This world that we're living in is very backwards because no one has patience. Seriously, T-Rose, seriously. No one has developed patience. So we have normalized baby daddy, baby mama culture because we are rushing in the bedroom with strangers we don't even know. So we end up with a STI, a STD, herpes, chlamydia, all that other good stuff. You might end up with a soul tie, or you might hit the jackpot and just get a baby. But then you don't even like the person you had a baby with. So now you just added hardship, you added headache, and you added a heartbreak into your life. And now you have added a kid into your dysfunctional behavior because you have never developed a skill of patience. So the generational cycle will continue. The generation cycle of people rushing, people constantly People constantly staying in a state of survival mode, in a state of scarcity, in a state of fear. The generational trauma continues, and capitalism loves it because you're just adding more slaves to the system. Capitalism loves that you are rushing every chance you get. Capitalism loves that you don't have patience for yourself and others. Capitalism loves it. They love it. You are doing them such a good deed. You are adding more slaves to the system. More people in the jail cell. More people in the school system. Good for you. Capitalism is so proud. They're so proud of you. Understand that it's motherfucking Monday. Monday motivation. Patience is a skill that we all must develop. Patience is a skill that will change your life. Patience is a game changer. Because I'm going to say it again because this is a bar and I want you to pick it up, okay? You got to focus on the 3 P's. You got to focus on the 3 P's. Keeping it player, keeping it peaceful, and keeping it pimping. Because if you focus on those 3 P's, you will never run into the 3 H's. Hardship, headache, and heartbreak. Because you have developed the ultimate P for patience. Having the patience to focus on the paper. You're not focused on the pain. Because the pain will only lead you towards chasing after pleasure. And you're going to end up like a hamster on this wheel, in this rat race, in this trap of capitalism, seeking and desperate and begging for answers outside of yourself. Because you don't have the patience to develop the skill for yourself. You don't have the patience of learning yourself. You don't have the patience of learning your pain points. So no one can trigger you. So you won't just buy things you don't need or be in a constant state of overconsumption. You won't just run away from your flaws. You will embrace all of you. You will embrace yourself because you accept yourself. And when you accept yourself, you can accept other people. And understand that you are a work in progress, a true masterpiece. It takes time. Slow down. What is the rush? It takes time to blossom, to grow your fruits in your garden, to grow your flowers. You have to constantly water yourself. You have to constantly water your mind, constantly evolve your mind. You have to develop the patience. But y'all be wanting microwavable success. You want it in a hurry. You want it now. So when you want things microwavable, you're gonna be easy prey. You're gonna be easy prey. And you're gonna bite the bait every chance you get. All they gotta do is dangle a relationship, dangle a ring, dangle marriage in your face, and you willing to go. You're so green, you'll let anybody get in between. Because all you really want is a wedding gown, so you can walk down the aisle, because you know that's gonna give you a hospital gown. And when you are in a rush to get a wedding gown, that's just gonna lead you into a hospital gown, because you're gonna hop in a bedroom with anybody and everybody, because all you care about is the bare minimum. The bar is in hell. You just want anybody that has a pulse. Is the pulse pausing? Is the pulse pausing? I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. My clock is ticking. My clock is ticking. I'm a woman. I'm running out of time. So you are in this constant state of rush. So you're gonna hop in the bedroom with anyone. All they gotta do is present themselves as perfect for a short amount of time, because it don't take you long to hop in a bedroom with somebody because you have fell for the okie doke. You have fell in love because you don't love yourself. You're not supposed to fall in love. You're supposed to stand in love, be in love, walk in love, embrace love. Love is not outside of yourself. Because if you're thinking that things are outside of yourself, you are going to be codependent. And that is really dangerous. That's really dangerous, being codependent. Being codependent, and you are in this rush. You are in a rush of meeting someone, of being in a relationship, or being a star. You're in a rush to be famous. You're just in a rush. But you need time to grow. You need time to develop. You need time to learn you. So you have to develop patience for yourself. It's no rush of hopping in bedroom with a clown, okay? Hop into the library. Read a book. Study yourself. Learn yourself. So you don't run into the 3 H's. Hardship, headache, and heartbreak. So you can keep it peaceful, player, and you can keep it pimping because you got it like that. You got the 3 P's in check. That's the game changer. That's the game changer for you. Happy motherfucking Monday. Monday motivation. I love you. Keep it player. Keep it pimping. And keep the peace. So you can develop this skill of patience. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with others. So you can be gentle to yourself. You can speak to yourself calmly. But you have to operate from a calm state of mind. You cannot have anxiety. You cannot be constantly worrying. You cannot be rushing. You don't even embrace the moment. You don't even be present because you're so busy looking for things outside of yourself. Enjoy this journey. The biggest life lesson is patience. And if you can develop that in this life, you are unstoppable. You are thinking long term, not short term. You are thinking with your logical mind, not based off of your emotions. Your emotions will get you in trouble. Your emotions will have you doing some crazy-ish now. It will have you operating outside of your mind, not in your human mind. A lot of times, people do not want to evolve past their animalistic tendencies. So they rather just be a squirrel chasing after a nut. They real nutty in the head like that. All right, they just want to be a squirrel chasing after a nut because that's their highest aspiration, is operating in their animalistic nature. You are a human. Act like it. When you are a human, you can think. You have a brain. You can truly play chess, not checkers. You are playing checkers by rushing, by playing yourself, by hopping in situations that don't serve you no good, that's gonna have you playing yourself. Don't take that L. Don't take that L. Sam's King. Tara, I could definitely see you in a commercial or movie. I got a couple movies out now on Tubi. I'm the Tubi queen. I'm on Tubi. But we gonna get on Netflix next. We gonna get on BET next. We gonna get on all your TV shows next. Let's manifest it. Let's manifest it, Sam. I appreciate y'all for joining me. I need some water because I've been talking too much. I hope y'all picked up these gems that I was dropping to you. Okay, I was just dropping you a lot of gems, and I really hope you picked it up. Because it's Monday motivation, just to start off the week right. Start the week off right, man. Get that patience up in you. Have that strong grit up in you. Have that strong will up in you so you can be unstoppable out here. Vel, thank you. It's the color and the clear skin up for me. Okay, baby. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Because my skin routine is out here developing patience for myself, loving myself. And you know, I can't forget being single helps. Staying celibate really helps. And staying child-free, you know, that is the secret to the clear skin, okay? That's the secret to the clear skin. I don't got no drama, baby. I live a very drama-free life. I live a very patient life. So that comes with ease, that comes with flow. That means I have to trust the universe. I have to trust divine timing. Things are not gonna happen in my time when I want it to happen. Like Sam was saying, he could see me in movies and commercials. That will happen. That will happen, but I get to be on your phones right now. So it's just like, what's better? I'm grateful for this opportunity. I get to hang with you. I'm grateful for this opportunity that I get to experience right now, because I'm patient when my time is gonna come. My time will come when I am on much bigger platforms that has invested into this talk right here, but you get it firsthand before the whole world gets to see it. Because sometimes you can be hidden from the world for a reason. You can be hidden from the world for a reason, because God has to build your character. God has to make sure you ready and equipped for this battlefield that you're gonna go for the whole entire world. Because you know, when you're exposed to a lot more people, that means you're gonna have a lot more opinions, and they're gonna differ from you. So a lot of people is gonna try to convince you like, no, I'm right, no, I'm right. And it might end up a tug of war. I gotta be mentally equipped for that, mentally solid in myself, in my skin, and being comfortable within my skin to be comfortable when people differ. When I'm not gonna be so agreeable, I'm not gonna be so likable, and I have to be okay with that, because I like me and I love me. So I have to be truly okay with that. So it takes patience in this life to understand that everything will happen in divine timing, in God's timing. And I trust God, I trust the universe, I trust the journey that I'm on, because it's truly a lifestyle. All right, I'm staying solid out here all my life. It's truly a lifestyle. Tabitha, yes, 3 years celibacy for me, my friends think is crazy. Girl, they don't think, I'm telling you, the reason why they think celibacy is crazy is because people have normalizing rushing in the bedroom with these fools. They just want to pop, lock, and drop it in a bedroom with a stranger. They have normalized hookup culture. They have normalized WAP culture. They have normalized these dating apps, one night stands. So of course you're gonna look like a unicorn, because you're not participating in hardship, in this struggle love, in this struggle ship that they have normalized. They have normalized situationships. They have normalized sneaky leaks. They have normalized chaos and drama. So of course, you're gonna look like the odd one out. And you have to be okay with that, Tabitha. You have to be okay with not participating in self-destruction, because they are constantly, participating in destruction. They are participating in self-destruction. Imagine committing suicide to yourself. Imagine committing harm to yourself, because sex is very spiritual. You should not just give it to any and everyone. This is what, for my Christian folks, okay? Because, I was raised Christian, so I know all about the Bible that was written by men for men, okay? And they have said in the Bible, like, you shouldn't be in fornication like that. But we have normalized fornication. We have normalized having kids out of wedlock. And it's dysfunction right now. Because marriage, you have sex and you become one with them. You become married to whoever you have sex with, legal or unlegal. But in the spiritual world, you are married to these folks. So imagine your body count is an arm and a leg. You married to all these souls out here. You are entangled with all these souls. And I believe in soul ties. Soul ties are real because we are energy beings. We are spiritual first. So imagine your soul is tied to all of these other souls. You can be in karmic debt with them. So no wonder why you got a lot of drama in your life, a lot of karma in your life. It's always something in your life because you just entangled yourself with a spirit that's demonic. Like it's a spirit that's very low, on a low vibration. So you can never evolve and never grow into your highest self because you have so much baggage on you. You have so much on your spirit. Your spirit is not pure. Your spirit is not clean because it is tied to dirt. And a lot of dirt is on you. You're going to get dirty. You're going to get contaminated. Having unprotected sex with these folks that you don't even know. You don't even know what you're doing to yourself. I'm sorry I had to go spiritual. But golly, it's real. It's real. So understand, sex is an energy exchange. The reason why I practice celibacy is because I want to stay pure. I want to stay in my wholeness, in my oneness. And the way I do that is protecting my temple. You have to protect your temple. You can't play about you. All right? Don't play about yourself at the end of the day. Tabitha, I appreciate you, girl, and I commend you for staying true to yourself and protecting yourself. Stay solid out here, sister, because the modern women these days, they will settle for any and everything. The bar is in hell for them because they just want to make sure the pulse is pulsing. Is he alive? Okay, bet, I'll take him. They will take a homeless man off the street because they just want a man real bad, because they don't want to sleep alone. Most women are codependent and they have idolized this relationship outside of themselves because it gives them value in capitalism. It gives them value, it gives them meaning, it gives them to be a servitude. Most women would rather be a slave to a high class, high value man. They want to be a servant to the high value man. So a lot of women are on that path. And unfortunately, that's like a brainwashing path that is a deep programming. And you got to get alone to like uncover and unlayer and peel back the onions as a woman. Because a lot of women, we have been fed a lie. When we were children, as little babies, we got baby dolls. Why did you give me a baby doll when I'm 5 years old? Because they are programming us to be mothers at an early age while we're playing with a baby doll. And then they will get us a kitchen set. We barefoot in the kitchen cooking it up, thinking that's, fun. Hey, hey, being a chef is fun for you. But then when you have a duty to do that for other people, because most women have been taught not to be selfish, most women have been taught to be people pleasers, most women have been taught to be the nice girl, most women have been taught to be the good girl. So when you are so used to being good for other people, you're going to be bad for yourself, because you are betraying yourself as a woman, because you just are so desperate for this idea, for this item. So you have idolized a marriage, you have idolized a relationship, you have idolized a man that's a human, that is flawed, that is not perfect, but you are forcing this man to be perfect, which he's not capable of being perfect. And you are relying on him to make you happy, because you have not developed the skills to do that for yourself. You are forcing this man to not be himself, because you want him to be your Prince Charming. You want him to be your Captain Save-A-Ho. You want him to be Captain Save-A-Ho. And you want him to save you from yourself. But he don't have the power to be Batman or Superman. He is just a modern man that don't even have testosterone like that. He is low on testosterone. So he can't do all that, what you want him to do. What you want him to do. He is low, baby. He don't even know how to be a provider. He don't know how to be a protector. That is God's job. That is God's job for you. But you have forgotten about God because you're so busy focusing on a man, chasing after a man, being desperate for a modern man. How silly is that? We're living in modern times, women. You don't need a man to be your middleman. You can cut out the middleman and get straight to the moolah, baby. You can get straight to the moolah, but you thinking a man is gonna give you the money because you are programmed, and you rather have, because you are programmed to chase after a high value man to be his servant. You would much rather be a high class servant to a high value man instead of working for yourself. You will much rather work for this man as his supervisor instead of working for yourself. You gotta get a hobby. But if you think a man is your hobby, you think a man is your purpose, you think a man is your life, you got the game all backwards. So no wonder why you putting up a fight. No wonder why you will accept the bare minimum from a man. No wonder why you will hop in bedroom with a man and you will rush to have his baby, and you will rush down the aisle, and you will rush to get a wedding gown because you are just rushing to get a hospital gown. That's your goal. That's your purpose. That's what you want out of life. But if you peel back the layer as a woman by getting alone and being in solitude, you are going to develop patience. And you're not going to just rush in love with people. You're not going to just rush in relationships with people. You're not going to just rush in the bedroom with people. You're not going to just rush in marriage with people, because you accept yourself, you love yourself, you are gentle with yourself, and you have patience. You are in your logical mind. You are in your righteous mind as a woman. I love you. China 69 asks, are you married? I'm married to the game. Candace said, I saw you and flew out the movie. Why, sis? Girl, I didn't even see that movie yet. I haven't even seen it. What was it about? Okay. I haven't seen the movie, but the only way, see, I'm an actress, and the only way I can play a wife is in a movie. That's the only way I can be somebody's wife, is in a movie, because you see how crazy? You see how crazy these motherfuckers be? You see how crazy these motherfuckers I can only be somebody's wife when I'm acting, okay? So that's the only way I can play that role, sister. Because in real life, you gotta be losing your marbles. You gotta be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, wanna be somebody's wife, especially in these modern times. Because you can cut out the middleman and get to your own money instead of just looking for a man to get his money. Come on, get your own money. Miss Keela, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank y'all. Happy Monday. That was some Monday motivation. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all. I am about to turn 30 in a couple days. So I wanted to just get on here and share with you just one lesson I have learned in my 20s, which is the skill of patience. Patience has saved me from a lot of trouble. It has saved me from a lot of heartbreak. It has saved me from a lot of headaches. It has saved me from a lot of hardship. Because like I said before, I'm operating with my 3 P's. I'm keeping it player, I'm keeping it peaceful, and I'm keeping it pimping. Because I have developed the ultimate P, which is patience. Having the patience gonna allow me to align with all the paper, especially in capitalism. I'm not focused on the P for pain, because the P for pain will only distract you and have you chasing after the pleasure. And then you're gonna end up like a hamster on a wheel, which capitalism loves that. You are in the rat race. You are trapped in the matrix because you are a hamster on this wheel seeking external validation, seeking pleasure, seeking answers outside of yourself. And you are constantly buying things you don't need to impress people you don't even like. You are an over consumer, but you getting it for capitalism, and capitalism loves you for that. Because they want you to hate yourself. They want you to operate from a place of insecurity. When you are not secure with yourself. When you don't have patience with yourself. When you don't really love yourself. Because when you don't have patience with yourself, they understand that sex sells. So you will hop in a bedroom with the first person that just says hello. Hey. And you ready to go. A lot of women are so green, they'll let anybody get in between. They end up biting for the bait because they are the easiest prey when you don't have patience. Stay prayed up and stay patient out here. So you don't just rush any and everything, and you won't let anybody get in between. I love you. I love you. I love you. MJ said it's kind of animalistic. Yes! Yes! Most people are just a squirrel chasing after a nut. They real nutty in the head because they don't want to evolve in their human mind. They rather stay on a low vibration, which is animalistic, because they don't even have any aspiration higher than their flesh, than their genitals. All they looking for somebody is to hump on or to ride on. They want to ride it like a cowgirl. They want to ride the horse like a cowgirl. They don't have an evolved state of being. They don't want to evolve past their animalistic nature. So capitalism loves when you are a horny rabbit. You're just a rabbit hopping all over the place because you're going to hop in bed with a stranger you don't even know. They love that shit. They love that. They love that. They love that. Miss Crazy T, I've grown my patience over the years. Yes, sister. Because being on the celibacy journey, oh my goodness, it got me real patient. I'm about to hit 10 years. I'm about to hit 10 years in a couple years, in a couple years. when I'm like 32, that's when it's gonna be 10 years. I'm about to be 30 in 2 days. So we got 2 more years till we hit a whole, is it a decade? Is it called a decade? Is it called a decade? So patience has taught me a lot. It has taught me a lot. 33 and 40! You in your Jesus year, baby. Libra season. I hope y'all celebrate Libra season. I hope y'all enjoy your day. You know, y'all can cash at me and $30 for my birthday. I ain't afraid to beg. But y'all be easy, y'all be blessed. Check out Pure Pussy Pimpin'. Subscribe to the YouTube channel because this will be on there, the replay. Because I know I was dropping that heat and I know I was dropping that fire. Y'all be blessed. Thank you for the follow. See y'all later.